The city of Denver is in full motion tonight as we get set to bring you the action from the Pepsi Center. Welcome, everyone, to a great Sunday night with the NBA here on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. And let's check out a breakdown, looking at some stats for him.
And, guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Nuggets coach Mike Malone is the son of longtime NBA assistant coach Brendan Malone, who was on the staff with the late Chuck Daly in Detroit when the Pistons won back-to-back NBA titles. Malone's dad told him not to get into coaching with its nomadic lifestyle and volatility. Michael said, "I knew the pitfalls. My father said, all right, if you're going to be a coach, be a great coach. If you have a passion, you've got to follow that passion." Kevin?
That's some pretty sound advice. Thanks, DA. Clark, you and I were looking at the rosters. Both these teams very deep, so there's a lot of fouls to give tonight.
Yeah, that's a great observation by you, Kevin. And when you have that kind of circumstance where your bench is deep, it allows you, I think, to bring an aggressive mindset in terms of how you're going to defend and how you're not going to allow easy baskets because you're able to foul and not be so concerned about foul trouble.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. They're down low at 4 with Harrell in the middle. Lou Williams out there with lights out, and it's George in at the 3. And for Denver, the backcourt is Murray and Harris. Plumlee out there with Jeremy Grant, and it's Barton in at the 3, the small forward. So the Clippers win the tip. Here is Shakur. He's covered by Murray, and that one is stuffed right through.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
George against Barton. On the wing, Harris buries the long-range jumper.
Nice looking outside stroke by Harris. Give him room to pull the trigger, and he'll light you up from there.
Harris! And here's Los Angeles. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
And we all know what can happen when he gets rolling, Greg. A hot start can turn into an explosive scoring night.
Now Bart following the three-point attempt by Jamal Murray.
Terrific focus from George there, reading the shooter the entire way through. A great shot blocker. You know, sometimes you don't like to see guys pull up from three-point range on the break, but for him, with nobody on him, that's a pretty good shot.
Now here's Murray. 14 points from him the last game against Cleveland. Barton against Leonard. Outside for Murray. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
And, guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable. And that's rocking the rim. Give him the 2 points and tack on some for style.
Oh, he deserves them. He deserves all the points he can get there. Sensational.
I call that an executive summary statement.
Jeremy Grant.
And you see Jeremy Grant on this team, he means so much more than just his stats.
He's a fantastic glue guy, and his teammates talk about how unselfish he is on the floor. Great team player and an even better chemistry guy off the court.
The free throw drops for Grant.
And, you know, Grant, a second-round pick, has worked hard for his minutes in the NBA. He's an exceptional athlete who plays with a real edge, a bit of a chip on his shoulder.
Here's Shakur. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Jamal Murray.
He gets right to the rim, but the defense there to deter it.
I really like that he didn't shy away from the contact at all. I mean, he was determined to get to the basket no matter who was offering the resistance.
Free throw good, Shakur.
And you look at how the Nuggets have become the team they are. A lot has to do with player development.
Exactly. I agree with you wholeheartedly. Denver has done a great job in the draft. Identify talent, stick to your guns in choosing that talent, then build it, develop it. Their front office has been fantastic.
Both free throws good from lights out. Here's Murray. His scoring totals are something to take note of. He's averaging over 19 points a game. The wide open look for Plumlee. They get the rebound. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 4 to start. So a nice offensive rhythm to start here.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now here is Harris. He had 13 points in the win against Cleveland. Here's Grant. Plumlee trying to break loose.
And a sensational individual defender. Leonard will lock you down. Rejections are just part of the package he brings on the defensive end.
Here's Shakur. Poked loose and stolen by Murray. Williams against Harris. To the paint. Here's Grant. That shot off. Great D that time from Leonard. Here's Shakur. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Lights out's got 10 points in the game.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Harris looking it over. Just 5 to shoot. Leonard with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. Here's George. And George with the stuff.
Hey, and George really is one of the better dunkers in the league. Actually, one of the best. He's creative. He's got great bounce, excellent length, and pretty creative every time he gets a chance to throw it down.
And George with the stuff.
I tell you what, mind-blowing experience when you look at Paul George as a dunker. This guy makes alley-oops look easy.
Now here's Murray. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Here's Grant. That one, no good. Some solid defense from lights out. Nobody near Williams. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets. Coming into this, having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
And that one was all about offensive execution, running your plays, picking your spots.
Yeah, you know, not deviating from the game plan is critical. You got to trust in the system.
And a chance to check out the numbers for lights out. Tops in scoring, first in steals, and he's a devastating finisher on the inside. The best field goal percentage in the league.
And his scoring abilities are just so far out of sight. Number 1 overall right now. No one's been able to slow him down or even come close. Now here's Murray. And again, unable to change momentum here. Stolen by Grant. Here's Harris. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Pass to Murray. Plumlee with it. Clock at 6. Harris finds Plumlee for 3. Murray connects from 3-point range.
Love whenever Murray goes straight up with the jump shot off the pass. I mean, he's really good at reading the defense and really good at quick shooting.
Williams, again the Clippers.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
Denver passing it around. Now the pass to Murray. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles.
Oh! So explosive.
Oh, is that beautiful.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
And, you know, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge, too. Don't discount that.
Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
Hey, it's one thing to have the physical attributes, the length, the athleticism to play good defense, but the other part of it is the instincts. And George thinks and feels things defensively as well as anybody in the league, and really excellent instincts at that end of the floor.
Here's Harris. The Clippers getting the bucket. And no good that time. Great D that time from Harrell. Here's Leonard, and it's Leonard with the jam.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
Murray, no good.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. You look at the Clippers. They've been in peak form as we've watched them play some tremendous basketball with an eye toward the postseason. And, of course, the Nuggets, they have a lot of ground to make up.
And when I look at the Clippers, they have caught the entire league off guard. This was not a position anyone thought they'd be in at this stage of the season.
And the credit belongs to them for what they did and didn't do during the offseason. I mean, they had a vision, they set it out, and they've stayed true to it.
Juan Hernangomez, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Monte Morris comes in for Harris. The Clippers also changing it up. Zubac is checked in for Montrezl Harrell. JaMychal Green comes in for Leonard. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Lou Williams. Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. Clark, you were so prolific in so many areas of the game. Which part of basketball came the easiest for you?
I think the rebounding piece. I always had a knack for sniffing out missed shots and had the size and timing and hands to chase down rebounds, but that was probably the strength of my game and the most unique part of it at an early age. And then the ball handling. My dad was 6'4" in the 50s, which meant you pretty much played inside, and he drummed into my head and my heart. Make sure you can handle that ball. So from the time I started playing, I was dribbling and making sure I could handle it, and it served me well during my playing career.
And here's Beasley after the three-pointer from lights out. And it's blocked.
Are you kidding me?
Nasty. I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Now here's Beasley. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Cleveland. They need this. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
They've made the commitment to get out and run, and it's paid off with some highlight reel plays in transition.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
Shamet kicks to Shakur. Here's Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
Morris inside, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And while we can now, let's check in on the top scoring rookies in the NBA. When you look at lights out, leading the league in points per game, such a great player.
And there's always firepower in every rookie class, but even among the top guns, he's the best of the best. He'll be an offensive force for years to come.
Yeah, he's an old head, mature beyond his year. He has a dominant offensive mindset. No matter what the defense throws at him, he lights up the scoreboard. Really a special talent.
And Denver has possession after the basket by Los Angeles. Morris into the lane. It's hauled in by Zubac.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Morris outside. At the top of the key, Hernangomez. Over Green. Hernangomez, no good. Los Angeles has gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Oh! what a play!
Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game.
Well, when you know it, you got to show it.
Now here's Beasley. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. A three from Morris, and Jeremy Grant picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Denver making a switch here. Vanderbilt's checked in. The Clippers also changing it up. Harkless comes in for George, and it's Ish Smith in for Lights Out. With a platoon swap here on the floor. And Los Angeles with some changes. Here's Barton. His last outing, he had 24 points. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Passes it to Murray. Plumlee dishes to Murray. And again, Denver no good.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, the two stars, George and Leonard, fill up the forward slots. Lights out there with Lou Williams, and Harrell's in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, lights out in their last game against the Warriors was phenomenal. He had an impressive number of points and filled up the stat sheet, coming away from the night with a 5x5. A very solid stat line for him in what was a terrific outing. And you know he wants to keep the momentum going, Kevin.
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
Yeah, you know, every night's different. They may try to double him, might force him to adjust, or force him to make plays with the pass instead. We'll see.
Here's Murray, following the score by Lou Williams. Grant the pass to Murray. Five on the clock. They get it back, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And, you know, really, when you look at it, Murray is quite crafty at getting contact on his drives. I like his fearlessness going to the hole.
The Nuggets shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
And comparing to the numbers of last season, they've made a bit of improvement. So that's some positive momentum they can look to build on.
And I have just been so impressed with the way Jamal Murray has added to his game. Keeps pushing himself every offseason to make the most of his abilities as a player and continues to be a consistent threat from the outside. Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Back to Grant. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Grant's got his 3rd basket of the night. And with Murray, Greg, you forget how young he is. He entered the NBA right out of his freshman year at Kentucky.
I mean, Murray was taken 7th in his draft and has kind of flown under the radar from that class. But the more you watch him, the more you feel like you're seeing a star in the making.
Knocks it loose. Fires from 14. Rebound by the Clippers. Leonard's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
Now here's Barton after the miss from Lights Out. Murray outside. To the inside. And he converts the layup. Murray's got 7 points.
You know, when Murray finishes like this, guys, it shows you how aggressive his mindset is in attacking the defense.
Shakur kicks to Williams. Pass to Harrell. To the middle. Here's Shakur. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it.
Nothing surprising about that, guys. We've come to expect plays like that from him, and still, They never get old.
Martin, no good off the back of the rim.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
And he has his fingerprints all over this first half. He is just shooting it so efficiently.
It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Well, you know, you'd like to see a little more effort there defensively, but maybe they wanted him to take that shot, baited him into it.
Pass to Murray. A three ball. The shot comes out, so Los Angeles will take it the other way.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
That really has been the difference. I mean, they've been the better team in transition.
Now here is Harris. Floats one up. Lets it go with a three. Kept alive. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Clark, here we are in mid-season, and certain teams seem to really change gear and ratchet up the intensity.
Yeah, I agree with you. And some of that is familiarity, understanding who you are and what it takes for you to win. And being healthy is a big part of that. I think teams all over the league go through stretches where they're in a nice groove and rhythm, and there are a lot of variables.
Oh, the power on that throwdown!
Yes, and how about the unselfishness? Paul George has no problem sharing the ball.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
There's the pass to Plumlee. Murray outside. From deep. No good on the shot. And the Clippers will come the other way.
And a bit. Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
And what's been impressive is that it's not been any one player. It's been a collective effort, contributions from everybody. He's been ice cold tonight. And, you know, you look at the scoreboard, guys, they really could have used his contributions.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Fires the three. Again, the miss by Murray.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
There's Shakur, and that one is hammered home.
Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think.
Without question, a crowd pleaser to the 10th degree.
Again, the miss by Murray.
And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down one in the first. And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
How about the concentration? He gets hit but stays with the play and gets the finish.
Innovation and improvisation right there, Greg. Finding a way to get that shot to fall after taking the contact.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Hernan Gomez comes in for Mason Plumlee. And it's Torrey Craig in for Barton. Zubac is checked in for Los Angeles. JaMychal Green comes in for Lou Williams.
I like the competitive juice of Gary Harris. He wants to win every game, and he plays for his team at a high level.
Dishes it to Murray. 1:11 left in the first half of basketball. Uncovered. And good that time. Murray's got 6 in the quarter.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Shakur passes to Leonard. Pass to Zubac. Down low. The basket by Shakur. Lights Out's got 41.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. Elbow shot is on the way. The shot by Shakur, no good.
Who's got Murray?
Here's Craig. He's covered by Leonard. Grant the pass to Harris. Paul George with the steal. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Bucket is good. George has got 8 points.
Defense, for me, just hasn't made the commitment to sprint back in transition, and that's why you see such a huge differential in fast break points.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. You want to be aggressive offensively, but at the same time, you need defensive balance so you can get back in transition.
And here is Murray. From outside the arc, that's tipped, and they get it back. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. It's been one outstanding game from Lights Out.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
Yeah, he's got that locked-in look in his eyes tonight, and he's not going to start taking it easy. I think he's going to be going hard until that final whistle blows.
Filling out the wings, Harris and Barton. Grant is out there with Plumlee, and it's Murray in at the point guard position. That's the group for Mike Malone getting going here in the second half.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a hard... Oh, goodness. Mercy, mercy me.
Wow, we are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special.
A circus dunk for you right there, guys.
Harris kicks to Plumlee. Barton against George. Free throw line jump shot. Count it. Good.
Nice job by Barton that time using the pick and roll. He's somebody that you can depend on to make solid decisions.
And Clark, one thing that makes Will Barton so good is that he fits right in among any group of players.
And I like the pace he plays with, guys. He doesn't seem to force the issue. He lets the game come to him, and when he has opportunities to explode, he usually does. He's always moving. He's active at both ends. He's a high-quality performer.
On the wing, Williams, guarded by Harris. They grab their own miss. Goes up again. And they finally get it to go. A full night's work on the boards in one trip down the floor.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Here's Shakur. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
And you know what? This guy is just a natural-born scorer.
Pass to Plumlee. It's Barton on the wing. Murray for 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Murray's got 12 in the game.
Boy, Murray has such a soft ball. I mean, he shoots a soft shot, especially from deep where he is automatic.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
I wasn't quite sure if he'd be able to maintain that same level of play. I had my doubts coming into this game, but consider my doubts disappeared.
Grant outside. Three-pointer. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 4 assists now tonight.
Well, I tell you, I like the fact that Grant is selective in the shots that he takes. He's looking for quality. If he senses the defense is playing off him, as the pass is coming to him, he's prepared. He's getting shot ready as the pass is in the air.
Way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
You know, and not leaving anything to chance either. That's why he takes it right to the bucket. It's basically been all him. I mean, he scored most of the points himself.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Pass to Barton. Now Plumlee. Harris outside. Back to Plumlee. Rebound by Lights Out.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Here's Barton. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Leonard's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done.
And how about the look at the midair theatric switching hands before the slam?
Wow, added just a touch of class to that throwdown.
Boy, that was a bit risky because it's easy to lose control of the ball that way, but he knew what he was doing.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Plumlee finds Barton. Outside for Murray. Buries it from three-point range. Murray's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Nuggets. Here is Shakur. He's covered by Murray. Harrell the pass to Shakur. And the shot goes down. Lights Out's got 57 points.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Well, constantly finding lanes to the basket, getting great looks inside.
Murray surveying the D. With some arc, and it's good on the way in. Murray's got 10 points in the quarter.
And really, the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Sure. Yep, it counts.
Boy, that's a hard shot. Even from that range, George had to get that one off against tough defense.
And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. And he overshot that one, missing.
Feels to me like this team is going to need more from him, guys. I mean, if they're to erase this deficit, he's got to step up.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect.
And it all had to be, Kevin, because that's not nearly as easy as they made it appear.
Lets the 3 fly. Another 3 for Denver.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Los Angeles has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Here's Shakur. Plumlee with the rebound.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Rebound by Harrell. Harrell's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. A shot by Shakur, no good.
I wouldn't say that's exactly his spot now. I mean, and you can see why.
The shot's good from Plumlee.
Seems like he can't miss right now, guys. I mean, completely in the zone this quarter.
Here's Shakur. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And, Greg, those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
A big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Montrezl Harrell. Green comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Harkless is checked in for George. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Williams. Morris with the ball. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. The pass to Craig. Now Hernangomez. He swipes the ball away again. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Watch out now.
Pressuring the ball and making a play that created the opportunity.
You know, you push it after a steal, there's almost no chance the defense can get back and recover.
Beasley outside. Great D that time from Green. Here's Los Angeles now. Here's Harkless. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Harkless has got his second bucket of the game to go. Morris passes to Hernan Gomez. Beasley outside. Shot clock at 5. They can't stop the run with that one. Clippers shooting the lights out in this one, 77%. Mark a big jump in scoring, but I think a lot of that is because of the prolific role players we have in the NBA now.
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin. When you think about starters putting up points and then you have guys that fortify benches and can get points in bunches, the first name that comes to mind for me, Lou Williams. A designated role of scoring the basketball in limited minutes. And when he gets it going, watch out. Nobody quite like Lou Williams putting it in the basket as a role player.
Count it. Morris has got his first 2 points.
How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
Here's Shakur. Look at that.
Oh, my goodness. Watch out.
And he jams it with authority.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game.
And guys, it's going to be a long time before we see another one just like that.
Near the three-point line, it's Morris. It's hauled in by Zubats. Zubats has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Shakur. He got it again. Sensational.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. Morris outside. It's Beasley on the wing. And again, Denver with the triple.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Here's Shamet, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Clippers?
Guys, one of the themes in this game has been how much of their scoring has come off turnovers.
Here is Shakur. He's covered by Murray. The Nuggets have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the 4th. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. So for the Clippers right now, Patrick Patterson is out there with Mo Harkless. Then there's lights out. It's Kabengele in at center. Barton outside. Shot clock at 6. Three-pointer. The rebound by Lights Out. Lights Out's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. The shot by Harkless, no good.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
Regarding super teams, Clark, you and I have talked a lot about this. Many fans view them in a negative light, but they're actually something we've seen around in this game for a long time.
Yeah, you're right. So often we become prisoners of the present and we forget about what transpired in the past, but the Celtics in the 60s were as dominant as any team in the history of the game. The Lakers in the 80s, the Bulls in the 90s. But I guess fans have a complaint because they feel those teams came together more organically compared to what seems to be a movement by free agents that has led to dominant championship teams, although the Warriors pretty much have built their championship team through the draft.
Beasley dishes to Murray. Here's Vanderbilt. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And now a chance to see what's coming up for the Denver Nuggets. On Wednesday, they'll host the Charlotte Hornets. Then on Thursday, they'll be playing against Draymond Green and the Golden State Warriors.
And looking at that Timberwolves matchup, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
And he knocks down the first one. Plumlee, he's checked in for Malik Beasley. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Clark, do you think we in the media overemphasize championship rings when talking about an individual player's legacy?
Yeah, I think when you talk about an individual player's legacy, a player can be a champion without a championship ring. I know there's another level of champion which includes a championship ring, and sometimes it gets distorted in my estimation because an individual only has so much impact on a team being a championship team. There are no individual team champions. Teams win championships. Being a key player or a role player on a championship team is certainly worthy of recognition and being held in high esteem, but I don't like to see championship caliber players being diminished in the court of public opinion because they didn't win a team championship ring.
Like Stockton and Malone.
Exactly. You could go down the list, a number of guys who just weren't, for whatever reason, able to get the ultimate in a team championship, but had championship Hall of Fame careers.
A shot by Shakur, no good.
After hitting 1-3 in the first half, he's been unable to dial in from deep since then.
Puts it up from 17. Offensive rebound. Kabengele fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And that one misses. We've seen some ugly incidents last few years, Clark, between players and heckling fans. Can anything be done to fix it?
I think security in the arenas is important. Fans oftentimes that go across the line in interacting with players are usually fueled by alcohol. I don't know how you could control that element of it. The incidents are few and far between. We have seen a few more, but I still don't think it's an epidemic. But I think security, and then each team and each franchise should really be educational with its fans about what's acceptable behavior and what won't be tolerated.
Another bucket. Wow.
What a game. That's 72 points.
He's been simply, Greg, sensational throughout this one. Defended by Harkless. And Harkless pulls it down. Los Angeles has gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Shoots a 3. A shot by Shakur, no good.
And not doing his team any favors jacking up three-pointers. He needs to realize that right away.
The Clippers shooting 40% in the fourth. Passes it to Magruder. He kicks it to Patterson. To the right side. Back to Harkless. Here's Shakur. Good, he hits again.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. Murray left side. Got it. Good job in the low post. Murray's got 27 points.
And the confidence oozing from Murray. Just so efficient from the interior.
Shakur passes to Magruder. Here is Shakur. He's covered by Murray. Steps back and fires. A shot by Shakur, no good.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Another steal. And here's the fast break for the finish. Oh!
Oh! Way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
You know, and not leaving anything to chance either. That's why he takes it right to the bucket.
Look, for a couple years now, the NBA has released the last 2 minutes report detailing missed calls in any game. Does it hurt the officials to have that information out there?
I don't think it hurts. It's not always comfortable, but I like the transparency of the move. I really do. I think when we're transparent about the human nature.
Seven seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now, here is Morris. So the Clippers winning this one easily. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you later.
Hey, this is Kenny, man. First, I want to say congrats. Triple-double. Incredible night. But I'm curious, were you aiming for that? It was something you were aware of?
Kenny, man, you might think I'm faking, but I didn't even realize it, man. I was so focused in on this game. Nah, I think we are worth. We wanted to come out here with a victory. We had a great practice leading up to this, man, so we didn't want to let it slip through our fingers. The triple-double, well, you know, that's just sweet icing on the cake.
Well, if you weren't aware, you actually didn't get it. Nah, I'm only joking. Congrats, man.
Thanks.
If you're looking for bright spots from the past few games, look no further than Che, who's put together a real nice stretch of play here.
Couldn't agree more.
He's getting it done on both sides of the ball, and I know that's something they've been stressing to him in practice. I got a pretty good relationship with Coach.
Name drop.
It's true. And although he told me that's the most underrated part of Che's game, it's his work ethic. First in, last out kind of guy. So to see him putting in the effort on the defensive side of the ball, the less glamorous side, if we're being honest, that's no surprise. We're going to talk about some of the other top performers of the past week, but before we do that, let's play some music. We'll be back in a minute with more Hank and the Hornet, just a few.
Benny, interview tomorrow, right?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Cool.
You got a minute?
Yeah, what's up, Patty?
Great. I've got Che.
TV? Sometime. What's up, Mom?
So, Che, any thoughts on averaging 10 assists a game? Is that something that you were aiming for this season?
Yes and no. At the end of the day, it's about winning games. But knowing the kind of player I am and the kind of offense we want to run, me and Coach think I should be able to at least crack 10 this season and keep it there.
So that's a goal you set for yourself?
Yeah, pretty much. It's my job to run this offense and get us functioning at a high level.
Great. Great stuff, Che. This is the kind of details fans love.
Hey, no problem, Patty.
All right.
Say, bro, come holler at me right quick.
Make sure you click the circle to subscribe to my YouTube gaming channel, and make sure you click the box to watch my previous uploads. Take care, and thanks again.